Hey tubers, I'm doing a couple videos. They're both incomplete. I'm just doing an introduction, I guess, to the videos. I'm trying to explain what happened here. The other video was the Jeep and stuff with a crank and cam sensor, and you'll see that. This one is I was doing the brakes, the slider service on the Genesis, and basically the Jeep quit. The missus needed a car to get to London. And yeah, so I got stopped. I got one brake done, the passenger's rear brake done. Cleaned everything up and got everything back together and all that crap. And then later she came home upset. And truck's not running right. It keeps quitting. She's afraid to drive it because every time she goes to get in it, it won't start. So yeah, I didn't get to complete the car, but I've got, I don't know, a few videos to mash together. Just enjoy it. Most of the time I'm just being an idiot, and I don't think I really get anything done. I don't even think I show you which brake I was working on. I was going to, but the phone call from your wife that says, I'm really angry and I hate your guts, you didn't fix anything. That's usually when you don't give a shit and you stop recording anything. But the Genesis is basically stored right now. We got snow outside, and it's rear wheel drive, and tires are shit in the winter, and so it's parked in the garage. There'll be another video on that one later on, probably tomorrow maybe. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good, so I might actually get some more videos out. Yeah, so enjoy it. Like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave comments and stuff, and how much of an idiot I am. And if I do anything stupid and I do it wrong, or I call it something like a thingamajig or something, no need to correct me because I already know what it is. I'm just being an idiot. So yeah, enjoy the videos, and like I said, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Peace. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever, YouTubers. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I've done some videos. I just haven't uploaded them because I'm lazy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So far I've cut my hair. Worked on a Jeep, both of which are probably on video. But who cares, right? Anyways, got the Genesis in here. We're going to pull the wheels off and do a little slider service on it. So we got a little bit of a lean or pull when you hit the brakes. One side wants to pull. And there's a, when we lowered the car, another guy who tightened up the strut on that side, I don't know, kind of did the upper strut mount kind of crooked or whatever, or didn't, whatever, doesn't matter. The car wants to pull to the right, which means that strut mount is tightened off or whatever a bit. Who cares? I'm going to pull it off, I'm going to fix it. Updates for the garage. Well, we put some cabinets up and other shit. I had the other doors up there on the entrance there. There's sliding doors on the outside, and I've added some insulated doors. Got the fire going. Put a fan behind it because it blows the heat around a lot better. Circulates. Better to have circulation. Anyways, yeah, bear with me, and show you as I go along. I'm going to start with the brakes first. Oh, hey, before I get too far, I want to explain something to you. So I got this little rope retractor, paid a couple $100 for it. I might have overpaid, but price-wise, it's pretty close to what's going. Anyways, I get it running. It's got a bad solenoid. So what do? I wire direct from the starter, or from the ignition straight to the solenoid on the starter side. Turn the ignition, and there's so much amperage going through it because I put a car battery in it. Not just any car battery. The big battery that sits in our Jeep that we replaced. I put that battery in there. It melted everything, made the wires glow red hot. I yanked one off with my hands, my bare hands, mind you. It was fun. It cut right into my hands, and it was great. Anyways, needless to say, it was a great buy up until I decided to rewire it straight from the ignition. I suggest you don't do that. That's a bad idea. Yeah. All the wiring inside there is gone. Well, not all of it. Most of it's going to have to be replaced because it melted, or the other wires melted against it and melted into those wires. which is great. I mean, come on. You never learn unless you try. So anyways, yeah, let me get back to these bricks. Just a precautionary measure. Okay, so you don't want to lay on the floor. You'd like to have something to lay on. Me, I'll use my floor mat. Trusty old sleeping bag. It's a great idea. When you got 17 of them, just use one. You know, no big deal. Next thing you want to do is you want to find a spot to lay that sleeping bag down if you had more room. In my case, I just drop it. Kick it around a little. Don't step on it while you're kicking it. Yeah. Then you want to take this thingy, some sort of doohickey. Grab a flashlight, which is also a Canadian Tire buy. Oh. Try not to run into everything else and knock it down and hit the car. So anyways, you take said doohickey and the Canadian Tire flashlight. Not that I'm plugging, I'm just saying. It's a cheap place to get stuff. You want to look for a nice hard spot you can go and jack your car up on. What I like to do, it's the test really. It's the strength test. So you take this doohickey. Oh shit. You take the doohickey. And you want to hit it against the bottom of your car. That way you know which is strong. That sounded like plastic. That sounded like metal. Ugh. Let's see. Yep, plastic. Oh, partially plastic. And metal right there. Oh, now I got my thingy stuck. Or you can visually look and see that there's plastic and metal there and not be such an idiot. That's all. Okay, so now I've got it up on jack stands. Kind of reminds you of that, what's that TV show with the Dodge Viper where they raised it up and did all sorts of funky shit. I don't care. I just can't remember the name right now. It just looks cool. Maybe I should put a lift on this thing. Nah. So much better when it's rear-wheel drive and not 4x4. Anyways, didn't loosen off the back tires because I'm not that smart. Sometimes I just do things without thinking. And then I realize I drive a 6-speed, got an emergency brake, and hopefully it's still good. What's working in the garage without some tunes, you know? I don't listen to this kind of crap all the time, but it's 90s hits, you know? And I was either having sex during the 90s or trying to have sex during the 90s. You know, so a lot of music that comes to mind. I wasn't like all around, you know, trying to bend over whatever I came across. It wasn't like that. It was like, let me woo you for at least a day, and preferably that evening. I took my time. I didn't just go out and have sex all the time. Anyways, these are my tires. Driver's rear, front, driver's front and rear, passenger's front and rear. The usual rear drive independent suspension, inside wear on the rear tires. Front tires are garbage. They're since we got the car new, they're the same tires, so those gotta get going, or gotta go. And same thing on the driver's rear, inside wear. Love the independent suspension. It's great when you turn a corner when you're driving hard, but other than that, it's useless. Costing tires. Well, YouTubers, I hope you enjoyed the little stupid Genesis crap and whatever else that I did in that video, or those videos, or whatever that I put together there. I'm just going to play a little bit of air hockey because, you know, I'm bored and I'm not very good at it. So hey, you know what? Just like, share, subscribe, and do all that kind of shit. Hope you had a good laugh. Take it easy.